Hello, I'm Peter Aziz. I'm here to talk about my upcoming Ultimate Healing course. So I'll just begin by talking about present problems both personally and globally that it's here to address. Well, first of all, the technique was basically taken from a healing technique, which is first of all there to heal physical problems, health problems, but also it goes far beyond that, because in dealing with the cause of physical problems, we found we have to deal with various emotional issues. And it deals with things like problems with love, problems with money, problems with creating the reality you want, but also how to discreate the things in life you don't want. Now, at the moment in the world, this has become far more important than ever, because what we're dealing with here is how to show that you are God, how to be in your power. And there's so much in the world these days that's taking that power away from you, making you feel out of control, trying to bring you into slavery, give you things you don't want, bring you down all the time. And so, by contrast, to step into a power and to change this is going to require more power than ever. So this need to kind of wake up is becoming very present. My work centers around our relationship as creator. When we first come out of source as pure awareness before we actually formed an individuality, awareness only does three things. It creates, experiences, then discreates. And when we come into this world, our relationship to our creation, from that point of view, is one of created creation. Once we become limited to the animal mind, it's one of creatured creation. We become the victim of that which we've created. Now, I know you've heard many times before that we create a reality, and a lot of people don't like the idea because it's almost puts blame back on you, but I'm assure you this is not about blame. Responsibility is ability to respond. It teaches you how you can change your reality when you choose to. It puts the power back in your hands. You can look at the things you don't want, and by recognizing the emotions inside yourself that hold it together, you can heal it all. When you learn to welcome and release your emotions, the situation that these emotions are holding in place will change in your life. And then your body changes too. So the work I'm doing here is based on a technique called body electronics, something I studied with John Ray many years ago. And it was a point holding technique that can go on for several hours, but when you press these points, it triggers genetic memories. Memories, emotions, past thoughts and feelings and beliefs all surface, so you can deal with them. So it's quite an intense work of actually releasing past emotions. But I found that, as I said before, it takes you beyond physical healing, because every situation in your life is also a reflection of these patterns you hold inside yourself. Our body is only one of our creations. Everything around us is being held together by our consciousness. The people around you are affected by your thoughts about them, how you respond to them, and that affects your business, everything around you. So when you actually deal with these thought patterns, you can change your money, your love life, your health, your whole world basically. It also has a ripple effect to those around you. Through this effect we call morphogenetic resonance, people who have the same genes will change when you change because they resonate. So in this course you go through healing crisis and change, you go back home and find your whole family's changed as well. They've all risen in consciousness and released various emotions and become more enlightened. And not just the family, but everybody around you who's close to you is being affected by you. Therefore, although we don't try to change people, we don't judge people or try to force anything, when you change yourself, you do change them all. See, your attitude towards those around you, your beliefs in them, to some degree hold them in place as they are now. When you recognize that you're a creator and you see everybody else as God, and this force of unconditional love and non-judgment is acting, everybody changes, everybody is more enlightened. So this work, you change yourself and you change your world. This is so important at this time when people are getting pulled down in fear and losing their power. When you're reminded that it is all your creation, you can change your health as well as your life and go back to your dreams, create what you want. This is what the work is about. Now, when I teach the manifestation, it's also very important to teach how to discreate what you don't want. This is something you don't hear about much these days. But you see, everything around you is created by your past memories and thoughts. It's still holding in place because you haven't finished with it. When you learn to welcome these feelings and release them, those things in your life go, they change. The problem is every time you try and create something new, it causes old creations to reassert themselves. This can manifest as doubt. As an example, I might be saying I'm creating wealth now, and all these past memories of being poor come up. I think, no, I can't, it'll fail. Once I've released these past memories, I then have a blank sheet to create a new. Now when I decide I'm creating wealth, that's all there is. There's no past coming up, so I create wealth. So you can understand then that to create what you want, you have to get down to discreating all things you no longer want, all things that are in your way. This process of discreation is what I teach as part of this healing system. It's very simple when you look at it, but it takes a while to really get. That's why people need guidance. But when you actually start welcoming your emotions and you expand through your creation, you get to a point where you see the whole thing from the outside. It's no longer you. You recognize this isn't me, it's my creation. You let it go, and it goes. Then we start this process with the emotions, and it begins by not judging them. See, when you want certain emotions to go away, they don't go. You keep coming back. When you judge emotions, it doesn't deal with them. We recognize it's not who I am. I'm not identified with it. It's just my creation. It's my feeling. It's easy to release. For instance, I could say I'm an angry person, and that's defining who I am, rather than just saying I'm feeling angry. If I let go of the identification, just welcome every feeling as it comes, it passes. There's no judgment of any feeling. I can feel hate, and I can feel guilt, I can feel anger, I can feel pain, I can feel grief. Each one is just another emotion that I welcome, and that it passes. As I go through these emotions, I go through memories. I see a whole picture of creation in my life, how things have continued to get to where I am now. And as I see the whole picture and release, the whole situation in my life changes. The problems end, they don't come back. So this is a process of permanent transformation in our health and our consciousness and in our life. It puts you back in a position of being creator, where you can then create the life you want and discreate all things you don't want, both personally and globally. At this time, this is needed more than ever.